All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, Gervonta Tank Davis responds to some very wild news about Devin the Dream Haney and how much he rehydrated and how big he was when he fought Regis Prograis at 140 pounds. And he has a plea to boxing about what they need to get rid of. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135, 140 pound division, where some news came out yesterday from the state of California State Athletic Commission, about Devin Haney, Regis Prograis, and the rest of the people on that card. They released the same day weigh-ins for the fights that took place on the undercard of the Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis fight. And the results were, for Devin Haney specifically, eye-opening, to say the least. And Gervonta Davis responded to it, somewhat indirectly, but he responded to it. Before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. It really does mean a lot. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks. Mr. A. Jeff Miller, thank you, brother. There's a guy with an Italian name, man. I got to make sure I learned how to pronounce that before I mess it up again. But you had supported, sponsored a few days ago. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara D. Thank you, of course, Matty O. And the people that regularly sponsor these videos and allow me to do them. Thank you guys for allowing me to talk this boxing with you. Let's get into this. Devin Haney weighed in the same day of the fight for a fight that was at 140 pounds. He weighed in at 165 pounds. Between the weigh-in on Friday and the fight on Saturday, Devin Haney gained 18% of his body weight. His body weight increased, rather, by 18%, 25 pounds. Now, that same measurement was taken by everybody on the card. And everybody on the card, except for I think two people, had gained more than 10% of their body weight back. But Devin Haney's was the highest, and it was the highest by 5%. Regis Prograis weighed in the second day weigh-in, gained in actually 159 pounds. So he was he actually weighed in under the limit, a little bit below 140, but then picked up, I do believe, 13% of his body weight, additional weight, and came in on the same day weighing at 159 pounds. Gervonta Davis saw this and started talking about Snac and get this Snac stuff out of boxing. Had talked about, didn't say Victor Conte by name, but said Victor Conte got caught cheating, and was just, shared pretty much the same reaction that a lot of people expressed when they saw that Devin weighed 25 extra pounds. Now, everybody, when you have day before weigh-ins, is going to weigh more. But again, 18% is almost twice as much what caused the state of California to put a red marker on that particular stat on the sheet that they gave, which to me meant that they thought that this was something worth looking at, or this was something that was concerning. Now, a whole lot of fighters on there had that same thing. Now, people came out and said, well, Floyd Mayweather Jr. gained weight, and when after fights, Leonard Ellerby, who was in the corner of Floyd Mayweather Jr., said that he remembers fights where Floyd Mayweather Jr. weighed less in the next day weigh-in than he did on the scale. Actually lost weight. So this is not something that can be associated with every single solitary boxer that is out there. Now, the thing that is interesting as well is, see, I expected that. I expected him to go up in weight. But if you recall, Mauricio Suleiman had stated that Devin Haney gained between 20 and 24 pounds after the weigh-in at 135. So the interesting thing is, Devin is now moved up in weight and rehydrated even higher than he did at 135 pounds. Now, how do you go about having 25 pounds depleted from your body the day before? Because clearly he didn't grow muscle or anything like that. That is a huge size advantage for in a boxing match. And honestly, man, the day before weigh-ins, obviously make a joke of weight classes. And I did a video about this before. The idea that Gervonta Davis needs to move up in weight to 140 pounds to make Devin comfortable, so he can walk into the ring. Now, this 165 is the same day. I don't know what time what time the weigh-in was, whether it was in the morning or whether it was in the evening. But if it was any time in the afternoon, which it probably was, I doubt that they weighed everybody in the evening, but maybe they did. But let's assume that they did it in the morning, like that they do most times, same day weigh-ins, or usually in the morning. Devin might have been weighing 175 pounds, 175 pounds when he walked into the ring. He's probably walking around at about 170 pounds, 180 pounds during a just regularly walking around. And he's not a fat guy. He's a very fit guy. And he still looked very cut and lean in the ring at 165 to 170 pounds. People, that's a middleweight. There was fights in the early 1980s where that's what Marvin Hagler was weighing in at. That is significantly bigger than what Roberto Duran was weighing in the 70s. He was weighing in at 135 pounds in the 1970s. The same time in the same weight division that Devin Haney's weighing in at 165. So, look, man, people that want that fight with Gervonta Davis and Tank Davis, dude, that's a game. That is what you call an optical. That fight would be an optical illusion, where people are saying that these two guys are fighting at the same weight class, at the same size, but they're not. You have a guy that is basically fighting as a middleweight, and a guy that is fighting as a junior welterweight. And now, for the people that want to say, well, what does Gervonta Davis weigh in at? Gervonta Davis had a 10-pound rehydration clause against Ryan Garcia in his very last fight. And so the fight was supposed to be at 136, which gave them 10 pounds to 146, 146. And Gervonta Davis in the next day weigh-in weighed in at 144. Weighed in at 144. So Gervonta weighed in at 144. Devin weighed in at 165. That's why Devin said, I'm not fighting. You have to move up to me, and I'm not doing any rehydration clauses or anything like that. That is why you have a rehydration clause, for that. So when people want to say that all the rehydration clause, that's a punk move, what's a bigger punk move? Saying, okay, I'll fight you provided you don't try to outweigh me by 30 pounds, or the guy that says, I'm only going to fight you if I can outweigh you by 30 pounds. I'll let you choose. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.